Show.
And last week's number 1 down to number 2, Underworld from Ultimate.
Britain's number 1.
This Christmas, we'll spend over £30 million on home computer games. This highly competitive business is flooded with thousands of software fantasies.
What's 195?
This is the story of 2 companies, both searching for the magic ingredient which will make their game a Christmas hit. Imagine Software only started making computer games 2 years ago, but by early 1984, their turnover is already millions of pounds a year. Games like Arcadia have brought their founders instant success and rich rewards. Mark Butler is just 23. But fast cars are the style for everyone at Imagine, and fantastic salaries for the star programmers.
I used to go outside, I had to spend my money, get on your bus and ride. I used to go out dancing, put on my high heel shoes, get in my short black Chevy, go on the downtown cruise.
Publicity and image have become as important a part of the business as the games. With money to spend, they can indulge in the kind of pleasures which are beyond the dreams of most their age, TT bike teams and big houses. As sales race ahead, so this new industry honour Imagine with its own version of the Hollywood Oscars, the Golden Joystick. By May 1984, the company has grown so rapidly that it employs over 70 people producing computer games. Now established with expensive offices in the centre of Liverpool, Imagine's plan for a Christmas winner is based on a radically different product, the Mega Game.
Do you know where Bill is?
David Ward started Ocean Software a year ago in Manchester. He acts as a software publisher, attracting games from programmers across the country.
We load him up. And he's also sent his new game as well to have a look at, which is called Castle Capers. What do you think of this, guys?
He employs a handful of his own programmers to write games in-house and to help judge the freelance ideas.
I mean, I think maybe not the graphics. The animation isn't Commodore standard anymore, is it? It's not state-of-the-art.
Well, the order didn't go out till Tuesday, so you should be receiving it any time at the moment.
David Ward has high standards. He rejects 99% of what arrives at Ocean every month. 16-year-old Jonathan Smith has just walked in with Pud Pud, a game that he wrote at home.
The Weird World.
What's the object of the game, Jonathan? What's the thing?
Sales director Paul Finnegan helps to assess the merits of Pud Pud and of its young author.
It's by a town in Livestock. You have to collect 10 puddings.
How long did it take to write this from the
About
beginning?
7 weeks.
7 weeks? And how long have you been programming?
About a year.
About a year.
Ward likes Pud Pud so much that he pays Jonathan £1,000 for it and gives him a job at Ocean. But he knows that it's not the Christmas hit that he's searching for.
And what we're coming up to is the most important selling period for us. As the software industry has become more seasonal in line with an entertainment industry, we're looking at the period between the beginning of September and the end of January as being maybe 70% of the year's sales.
At Imagine, everybody's in early as the plans for the new mega game take shape. With so much competition, they recognise the need this year to create something completely different.
Well, if you look at a normal cassette game, at the moment, or as it was, we've come to the limits of the machine. Whatever machine it's for, you cannot go any further. So you've got 480 software houses in Britain producing the same version of the same game. Although it looks slightly different, they call it another name. It's still all the same. We wanted to do, as we said 2 years ago, something different.
And this is it, Bandersnatch, the ultimate adventure game, which, when it's finished, Imagine claim, will take you into a fantasy world. The secret of Bandersnatch's power is a special piece of electronics, a hardware add-on to the home computer, which eventually will be reduced to a small cartridge and sold with the game. As the only programmer on the team over 30, John Gibson is known as Grandad, and for the moment he's struggling with an animation problem.
Okay, it's functioning all right now. He's going at a proper speed, and that's the policeman. He's going at proper speed as well. Now, what I was trying to do was to compensate for the fact that the speed changed when he moved into a new scene, and the code's not working properly, so when he goes into the new scene, everything's suddenly going at terrific speed. So, that is a bug. Damn it.
We've done things like, we've got cartoon animation in the game, which you couldn't get in an ordinary computer. We've got real sound in the game, and we've got real control of a full-life of animated figure, which you can do literally anything you want with.
I don't know, maybe that one is...
Artists and programmers are rushing to get the story and the characters finished. First drawn on paper, the full-size figures are then put into the computer. Using this cast, the teams can then devise the mythical world that the characters will inhabit. An elaborate maze of tunnels, landscapes and hazards which will become the scenes of the adventure.
Turn that way. Leave a bomb or something. So all he's got to do is get out quick.
Where does that one go? To go to that one?
Yeah.
Sure. Why is it going to get D in? Why can't you come back up again?
If you can come up to it, but you can't go up any further because that's it. It's only got one
But
left.
Bandersnatch is beginning to drain Imagine's ample resources. Programmers have been pulled off other games, and the company must gamble a huge sum on producing the hardware add-on.
The investment we have to make is approximately £2 million.
To find that money, which is more than twice last year's profits, the directors have been working all night on a company plan. Inevitably, they're using computers to help them to produce a funding proposal which they hope will attract the investment they need. But this is a young industry with new companies forming every month, and traditional investors are suspicious of its bizarre nature.
So that's the only snag. If you want to come to the show with me, you have to wear that...
At Ocean, David Ward is still looking for his Christmas hit. Front runners are sequels to last year's successful games, Kong and Hunchback.
Feet have kind of gone a bit slack.
18-year-old Tony Pomfrey is one of the 8 resident programmers at Ocean. He's busy keying in the instructions which will set new hazards for the Hunchback Quasimodo to overcome.
Well, the objective is, yet again, you're Quasimodo, and you have to manage to rescue Esmeralda, which is stranded in the belfry. There's a lot of obstacles facing you, such as bats that fly around and knock you off ropes and things. Spiders, which can bite you and kill you as well. This blob is supposed to be a hunchback, although he hasn't actually been drawn yet. The idea is you have to try and walk over the top of these bells, and you can see them. It's taken about a week to manage to get the basic idea together and to actually get the rope swinging and the guy jumping. It's taken about 3 days.
He'll be going up and down. With
He's got to be able to shin up the rope, even though the rope itself...
the rope will be moving up and down. Will he move up and down with it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A few days later, the team meets under David Ward's watchful eye to work out how Hunchback 2 can improve on Hunchback 1.
Different ways of achieving a good result needs to be progressively more difficult, even if you've played it once before.
And also, by trying to attain points that way, it would make it more difficult to complete the screen.
Yeah.
While the storyboard is finished, there are still some intriguing items for the youthful design team to wrestle with.
A real-time game.
Yeah.
What about the other characters that we're involving here, the other elements of the game? The spiders, the bats.
We've got a caterpillar here. I think.
What on earth is this thing here? I don't like the idea of a caterpillar.
Besides, it
doesn't fit in with the...